guys here with Michael Gamlin. He got third place yesterday at the ARG State Championships with a very unique deck, and I helped him out with a couple of cards, but it didn't really matter. He didn't even use them that much, but he got in there yesterday with Quasar deck, Synchros, whatever you want to call it, Dark Synchro that doesn't use Omega. It's pretty insane. Well, he can go and get into it.
All right, so we got 3 Gofu. It's pretty self-explanatory. 3 quick draw, main engine of the deck. 3 Armageddonite, that helps you dump level eater. We got 3 level eaters, and that's pretty much the core. Our main deck, 2 Maxi. For the 1-ups, Global, Jet Synchron, Synchron Resonator, Recover, Unknown Synchron. That's your level 1s. I ran Junk Synchron, Mathematician, and Plate Sprayer to round out the monsters. Pretty standard stuff for any Synchro deck. For your spells, 3 tunings. Let you search for quick draw or jump or unknown. Usually you want to either search quick draw or you want to search one of the darks for your allure target. 3 allure. You run so many darks. Why not? I ran 2 instant fusion because Trey here, he told me how good Norden was. So I put it in, and Norden did put in work. So I appreciate him telling me.
Play it until it's banned, boy.
Exactly. 1-ups is emergency teleport for the recover. I was thinking about sighting in using Ghost Ogre, and it would have been good, but it's good at 1. 1 for 1. Wind charge.
Game charge.
Game charge. And then I ran the upstart. 1 Rhoda. War Off Dial. Foolish Burial. I decided to put the 1 day piece in at the.
This card was so clutch.
Yeah, it was clutch. It was the MVP, one of the MVPs of the day. There's so many matches where I would 1 day piece on going first on 1 day piece, and then they would draw for turn and they were blind desires.
And then
I'll show you the card that put in the work.
They had 8 cards in hand if y'all didn't know.
Yeah. And then the 1 Twin Twister, just in case I ran into anti-meta or Paleozoics. And then the card that the MVP of the day was the Heavy Slump.
If you guys don't know what this card does, basically says when your opponent has 8 or more cards in their hand, you basically make them put their whole entire hand back in their deck, they shuffle it, and draw 2 cards. So if they maxi him, they really getting decked out, or they just drawing 2. They can't out Quasar with 2 cards.
Yeah, a lot of times I didn't even have to wait for the maxi. Like I said, they were I would 1 day a piece, and then they would blindly desires, and I would just be like, oh, heavy slump, and then they would just scoop. So that's the main deck. Worked out really well. For the extra deck, 1 Norden. I'm gonna run it into his bands. Thanks to my boy Trey for convincing me to do it, because I was gonna replace this for the 3rd formula synchro. So, and then the 2 formulas, you gotta have them. Like I said, you can run 3 instead of the Norden, but like I said, I've been convinced Norden's just too good. The Tatsunoko, Herald, Clutch. He's like the baby Dark Law. So, TG. Excel, this is your combo starter, so you always usually want to make him before you make TG to dump the Jet Synchro. I ran this. This card was like the best card in the extra deck for yesterday. Against DDDs, I would just make this. I would target the Crystal Wing because you don't care about the spell negation, you care about the monster negation. So I would just make this, target Crystal Wing, and if I drew into Armageddonite, they would immediately negate it with Crystal Wing. And then I would just summon this and then bounce one of the spell negators like a Siegfried or Hope Harbinger because they've already used the.
And then he'd make Quasar.
Yeah, and then I make Quasar and I just run everything over. And then Charge Warrior and Coral Dragon for the draw.
This little combo. If you see him go Librarian and the Charge Warrior and the Coral Dragon, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it. That's drawing 3 cards right there.
Yeah, with this guy and Librarian on board, I mean you're guaranteed the 1 card from here and then 3 from this, so you're guaranteed 4 cards. And then Crystal Wing, thanks to my boy Trey for letting me borrow it.
Yeah,
it's pretty. It's nice. It came up. It actually, his reasoning behind it was I had another Quasar in the place of this, but his reasoning was if I can't get the Quasar, you know, like I can at least make this, and it's good. So it really came up. It was clutch.
That plus Herald's pretty good.
And then there's the Trish, the pretty Trish. I wasn't running Trish either. And he convinced me that this was better than Black Rose.
And it was.
Let me borrow it. It put in work. Like It did. I banished a Lamia from a DDD player, and then he desires and banished the other two, and he just scooped. I ran this.
This is the MVP.
Yeah, this card is the best. It's better than Quasar. It's a crystal wing on crack. Like this negates monster effects, and you have to destroy everything twice. So when I make this, and then I sit behind vanities, you know, they just scoop. And in the case that they destroy it, if they do kaiju it, it's in the graveyard. You can banish it from the graveyard to summon Starter's Charge back, which will let you go Plague into Crystal Wing. That was pretty relevant. And then, last but not least, Quasar. It's better going second than Cyber Divine, so like I would make this go in second and just OTK for game. So, pretty good. I wouldn't change anything. For the side deck, I ran 2 Lava Golems because I didn't want to pay money for Raw Sphere mode, and this was better than Raw Sphere mode at the tournament because most DDD players, they knew people were running Raw Sphere mode, so they just made Crystal Wing Sig free and they wouldn't make anything else. And they would just sit behind that. So it worked out. I mean, 2 Dark Kaijus.
He's a lure target.
Yeah, lure target. It's just good. I had 2 Genzos. I only have the 1 right now, but
Supposed to be 2. Yeah.
It was supposed to be 2. It won me a game in round 6 against my anti-meta local strand.
He's originally he was 9th place.
Yeah, he was 9th place. I knocked him out. 2 DD Crow to the first place winner Frank Miller and Trey here. I was gonna run 2 Ghost Ogres, but they told me to run this, and this is way better than the Ghost Ogres ever
And it's
was.
a lure target. As level 1, you can bring it back.
Exactly. And against DDD, I feel like this is better than Ghost Ogre because I mean Ghost Ogre hits the spell, but I was just banishing the Lamia. It worked. Then 2 Prevent Chalice for Dweller. To be honest, Dweller and Dark Law. Like you immediately lose the Dweller and Dark Law, so this at least gives you a chance. Then the 2 Twin Twisters. You know, equal out 3 against back row going second, and then board wipes, and then the vanities. So, yeah.
Thanks for the profile, Michael, and I hope to see you at another event. Get you another top.
Panda would have been at 13.